Best friends forever. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Disney Channel BFFs. For this list, we'll be looking at the best friends from shows that originally aired on the Disney Channel. Since we're looking at TV series, besties from Disney Channel original movies won't appear though.
Who cares? Who cares? How about your most loyal best friend?
Number 10. Riley Matthews and Maya Hart. Girl Meets World.
So, where do you want to go?
Don't know. Big world.
Ours now?
Yeah, but my dad did say I have to be home by 5.
Don't worry. He wrote you a note.
This spin-off of Boy Meets World focused on the daughter of that show's protagonists, Corey and Topanga Matthews, the fun-loving and optimistic Riley. Much like her father had in Sean Hunter, Riley had a best friend that had quite a different upbringing and personality, the rebellious tomboy Maya. Nothing could come in the way of their friendship, even when the pair developed feelings for the same boy.
Nothing's at stake here. Just tell me right now, nothing will affect our friendship.
It won't.
What about what I want?
One card for each word.
Why do you do that?
Emphasis.
Eventually, Maya even came to see Sean as a father figure and took his last name, meaning that a Hunter and a Matthews were best friends once again.
Promise me this.
Okay.
Time and distance have no power over us. You and I are together for as long as we live.
Thunder.
Lightning.
Number 9. Jacob Luke Jake Long, Trixie Carter, and Arthur Spud P. Spudinsky. American Dragon Jake Long.
Hey, yo, Jake!
Dude!
What's crackalating, baby?
Yo, what's up, Trixie? Spud?
Of course, best friends don't always come in pairs, as fiction is littered with iconic trios as well. And the Disney Channel is no exception. Jake Long discovered his dragon heritage on his 13th birthday, which gave him the power to transform into a dragon. When Jake was given the duty of protecting his magical community, his human friends Trixie and Spud were there by his side. Any last words?
Eat snow, Hunts girl! Rah! Whoa! Did you see that? I did it! I've mastered the skill.
Of the three, Jake was the most laid back and easygoing, while Trixie was more of a bold tomboy, and Spud, who despite feigning being dim-witted, was a genius.
I don't mean to be a downer, but I got a feeling that we just walked into a
Trap!
Number 8. Raven Lydia Baxter, Chelsea Daniels, and Edward Eddie Thomas. That's So Raven. Possessing the unique ability to see glimpses of the future, Raven would often try and change fate, but in doing so would ensure that the visions would come true. These self-fulfilling prophecies were a clever take on sitcom comic misunderstandings, but no comic misunderstanding could be complete without a group of lovable goofballs.
It depends, man. I mean, can you get down and funky?
Oh, showing up my sisters.
Damn.
Along with Raven through all her wacky hijinks were her best male friend and crush Eddie Thomas, and her best female friend, the ditzy yet lovable Chelsea.
I'm Kofi. Yeah, and I'm Kareem.
Chelsea and Raven even stayed friends as adults, with both of the friends appearing as single mothers on the spin-off Raven's Home.
And if you think about it, Ray, we are really lucky both of our marriages fell apart.
Whoa.
That got dark.
Number 7. Miley Ray Stewart and Lillian Lily Truscott. Hannah Montana. Living a double life as a secret pop star can make having friends difficult and complicated.
Hey, I have a lucky bracelet just like that. I loaned it to my best friend yesterday. Of course, mine says Lily on the back. Just like that.
Luckily, Miley had a true friend in Lily, who never let her secret come between them.
Thought maybe once you knew, you wouldn't want to be my friend anymore. And you'd like Hannah Montana more than you like me. That's what you thought? That could never happen, Miley. Don't you know that?
Lily even went the extra mile to protect her friend's secret, adopting a secret identity as well. Hannah's assistant, Lola.
Lola Lufonda? If people figure out I'm Lily, it's only a short jump to Miley.
The pair served to bring out the best in each other, with each one having strengths that complemented the other's weaknesses. Through high school, they were there for one another for normal problems like dating, as well as less common problems, like a rivalry with fellow pop star Michaela.
It is so great to finally meet you. I really am a huge fan.
Yeah, I hate you.
Thanks. I feel the exact same.
What?
Number 6. Louis Anthony Stevens and Alan Twitty, Even Stevens. Lewis and Twitty were well known around Lawrence Junior High as the middle school's resident pranksters.
I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing?
The pair of slackers had a lot in common and got along famously, but were not entirely without a few key differences as well.
I can't talk to you about feelings right now, buddy, because me, Tawny, and Beans have a rock show to prepare for, all right? You have fun at that dental appointment.
Lewis tended to be the goofier one of the pair, and was often the mastermind of their schemes, while Twitty was more athletic and popular with girls. Sometimes these differences even caused hiccups and jealousy in their friendship. But no matter what, they always came out on the other side with their friendship intact.
No, we are not gonna follow the trend anymore. We are gonna be the guys that set the trends. Yours on the right eye? Sure.
Number 5. Kimberly Ann Kim Possible and Ronald Ron Stoppable. Kim Possible.
Isn't this your application, Mr. Stoppable?
What? I didn't. You didn't.
It'll be more fun if we both work here.
Oh, no, not the puppy dog pout.
This globe-trotting crime-fighting duo had been through a lot over the years, going all the way back to their meeting on the first day of preschool.
Did that one kid have opposable toes?
You're weird, but I like you.
In their many adventures, they were always there to support each other, with Kim saving Ron too many times to count, and Ron helping Kim with issues like self-confidence.
We don't have a model to wear the gown and the necklace?
Yes, you do! Right here!
Oh, Ron, I'm not a model.
Well, why not? You're beautiful.
Eventually, that friendship grew into something more when they developed feelings for one another.
It finally happened. She's dating that loser. Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable are dating?
The romantic relationship they entered into was so strong because of the bond of trust and understanding they'd built for years as best friends first. Number 4. Elizabeth Lizzie McGuire, Miranda Sanchez, and David Gordo Gordon. Lizzie McGuire. Lizzie McGuire was focused largely on the incredibly formative years of middle school, when children grow into the people they will become in life. There beside Lizzie were her two best friends, Miranda and David, better known as Gordo. Together, they had to deal with the growing pains associated with junior high, such as Lizzie purchasing her first bra or Gordo's bar mitzvah.
Today is important for a lot of different reasons, but mostly because today I leave my childhood behind, become a man.
The young trio also had to deal with their first crushes and romances, even between one another. Hints were dropped that Gordo and Lizzie had feelings for each other, which finally paid off in the Lizzie McGuire movie.
What? Thanks.
You're welcome.
Number 3. Phineas Flynn, Ferb's Ferb Fletcher, Isabella Garcia Shapiro, Baljeet Tajinder, and Buford Van Stone. Phineas and Ferb. Nothing was as important over summer vacation as the group of friends you spent it with, even when your days were spent building treehouse mech suits.
Come on, Ferb! The enemy is upon us! Man the cannon!
Each member of the friend group in this animated musical comedy television series brought something unique to the table, and came from diverse backgrounds. The leader of the group was the outgoing but somewhat oblivious Phineas, backed up by his silent and more down-to-earth British stepbrother Ferb.
Now this is the life.
Also in the group was optimist Isabella, who had a crush on Phineas, and finally the nerd, bully, enemy, best friend combo of Baljeet and Buford.
Oh, how I have missed spoons!
Orange. Not really getting a big rush of emotions over this.
It's their friendship that has them coming back to Phineas and Ferb's backyard over and over again throughout this very long summer. Number 2. Mabel Pines, Candy Chew, and Grenda Grendinator, Gravity Falls. While much of Gravity Falls focused on the relationship between Mabel and her twin brother Dipper, her friendships were equally iconic. In fact, it hardly took any time after Mabel, Candy, and Grenda met for them to become a tight-knit group.
I found my people.
The trio had their fair share of quirks and were often looked down upon by the popular crowd, but that never bothered them.
Oh, Grenda, by the way, you sound like a professional wrestler.
I want to put her in a headlock and make her feel pain!
Rather than getting hung up on what they thought was cool, they embraced their so-called bizarre qualities and obscure interests.
I can't breathe! I'm so excited, I can't breathe!
It never mattered if others accepted their love of boy bands or romance novels, they always had each other, even when facing the literal end of the world. Mabel, Candy, and Grenda made me re-appreciate sleepovers. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Cece Jones and Rocky Blue, Shake It Up.
We totally just danced on TV, and we totally rocked it!
Girls?
And we're totally getting thrown out of here!
Corey Baxter, Newt Livingston III, and Mina, Corey in the House.
What? I'm grounded? Guys, my wish came true! Maybe I should have wished for something else. Yeah.
Maddie Fitzpatrick and London Tipton, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Maddie was just trying to get me back inside so I wouldn't get in any more trouble. So, don't blame her. Blame me.
Madeline? You could learn something from London.
Philip Phil Rupert Diffie and Keely Teslo, Phil of the Future.
The reason I have 4 toes is because where I'm from, everyone does. I grew up over 100 years from now. I'm from the future.
Penny Proud, Dejanay Jones, La Cienega Boulevardes, and Zoe Hauser, The Proud Family.
Let's get some ice cream, Proud. Really?
Yeah, girl. It's like the song says. Through thick and thin, we'll be best friends to the end.
Oh, I missed you guys.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Alex Russo and Harper Finkel, Wizards of Waverly Place. At a glance, 2 things are very obvious about these best friends.
What's that? A hat? Crazy, funky, junky hat. Overstuffed, hair tightly. Try to look like Keira Knightley. We've been there, we've done that. We see right through your funky hat.
First, they could not have been more different. Second, they always cared for each other. Of course, these differences were not just because one came from a magic family and the other didn't, but because their personalities were almost total opposites.
Oh my gosh, I'm having a birthday cupcake in space! With a wizard! My best friend's a wizard!
I'm so glad I don't have to keep it from you anymore.
Despite Alex being a notorious underachiever, Harper never gave up or doubted her best friend, even when everyone else did. The pair became so close that Alex once mentioned that they were more than friends, and that she and Harper were sisters.
Well, you're not my friend, Harper.
What?
Stevie's my friend. You're my sister.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.